Coaching 101. Tonight's topic is Dating 101, Romancing a Public Figure. My guest tonight is Mr. Travis Ware. Travis will be coming on, and we're going to talk about, like, how is it when you're dating a public figure? What are the perks, what are the pitfalls? Like, how can you, like, maintain a relationship when the spotlight is on you and you're in the public eye? Like, what are the... It's such a frail situation. We see so many times where different reality TV stars decided to call it quit and kaboom. You saw it with Portia and her first marriage. You see it with Peter and Cynthia. You see it everywhere. So when you're a public figure and you're dating, like, what are the pitfalls and the perks of that? Travis, are you there? Okay, you good? I can't quite hear you. No, you it's actually like a little pinwheel right now. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, I'm sorry. Travis seems to be having some technical difficulties on his end. But tonight, like I said, y'all, I want y'all to ask questions. Like I said, have you ever wondered what it's like dating a public figure? Travis, you're going in and out. Okay, y'all. We're gonna let Travis gather himself, and then we'll come back on. Okay. How's everybody doing tonight? Thank y'all so much for tuning in. All right, Travis, here we go. Are you good?
That is, Mikey. Every guest that came on your show had the same technical difficulty. That is your phone.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't my fault. Don't try that. Because last time they said it was their own, and somebody kept calling them. Turn your phones off. Be ready before the time starts.
Are you ready? Come on.
I've been ready. I've been
ready.
Me
for 56 minutes.
I don't even know if I want you that long. I heard you was a 6-minute man anyway.
You better ask somebody.
But how you doing, Travis? What's going on with you?
I'm doing quite amazing. You know, I was rushing. I had to tell production. I said, all right, we got to hurry. I had to tell my nail tech. I said, hey, girl, we can't be here all night now. I know you want me here to 8 o'clock at night, but I got to be somewhere at 7. Okay.
Well, thank you for taking your time out with me. Travis, let me tell you, you are somebody that I actually really, really like and really, really respect. You do a lot of good work. I've seen you on red carpets. I've seen you on different reality shows. I've had the opportunity to get to know you as a person, and you're a really great, funny person. You are hella funny. Like, you are the people who make me laugh when I'm pissed off. I'm like, I'm not trying to laugh today, Travis. Don't be messing with me. Don't be harassing me. Don't be saying nothing. But that's a great thing. But one thing I've always really wondered about you is, like, what is more about your personal life? Like, what is dating like for Travis Ware? Especially when you're somebody who's in the public spotlight, in the quote-unquote community or whatnot. You know, you're on 2 different shows, like we said, Chasing Atlanta, which is a branch of Chasing Reality, and then The Shit We Do for Love. Both of them are very popular series, and on them, you know, your personality is different on both of them, but still, you're in the public eye. What is dating like for you? What is dating like for Travis Ware?
You know, dating for Travis, that's a good question. I would say it's easier to find someone that's interested in you instead of, you know, having down all these apps and get hooked up with somebody. It's easy to find someone or someone to find you. The problem that I've had in the past is finding the right person. You know, because so many people, they would just want to be with you because you're on TV or you're on the radio or you do this or you're funny or you know this person, you know that person. And they want to be with you for the benefit, and they don't want to be with you for you. Because it's a great benefit to be with me. Let's be honest, my household name is Jesus. But so it's been a journey since being on television, and then everybody just know who you are to begin with. So it's been a process, but I think I finally got it right now.
You think you finally have the right guy?
I definitely.
So before we get to who the right guy is, why don't you tell us some horror stories that you might have gone through while you've been dating as a public figure?
Well, I've been a public figure way before the Chasing Atlanta, way before the Shit We Do for Love.
That's right.
And people really follow my journey. I've been doing this for way over 10 years, damn near 15 years now. I started off with Sheen Magazine. People don't know that I did a television show, a local television show, back when I lived in Greenville, South Carolina, when I was in high school, called Rep Your City Music Television Show. That was my start. You know, I did that show, and I thought I was going to stay in that lane for it as more interviewing, music, R&B, hip-hop. I thought I was going to stay in that realm. But once I got to college, I got an interest in celebrity entertainment. So I got connected with Sheen Magazine. Sheen Magazine, shout out to Kimberly Chapman, honey. That's my auntie, honey. She really molded me and really believed in me, and she gave me an opportunity at a very young age.
How young were you?
I was, oh my gosh, I had to be 18, 19 when I first had my first celebrity interview. And my very first celebrity, say it again?
And who was your first celebrity interview?
Yeah, my very first celebrity interview was Portia Williams. At the time, it was Portia Stewart, but Portia Williams from the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Anybody know me, anybody that went to college with me, I burnt that interview out. I did an amazing on it. When I say I used her interview just to get other interviews, I did that so many times until people start recognizing my name. I was doing free red carpet events. Anywhere I knew a red carpet event was going on, I would hit up the promoter, hit up somebody and say, hey, do y'all got a red carpet? They say yes. Do you got the host? They say no. I do it. I do it for free. I ain't going to charge. And I was literally driving like from Columbia, South Carolina to Atlanta, Georgia, to Charlotte, to New York. I was literally just doing that, and I was funding that myself, and I was bringing an entire team. I had to put them in hotels. We had to get gas. We had to get food, lodging, the whole thing. And I was doing that for free. And a lot of people didn't know I was doing those events at the early age for free, but I was so passionate about getting connected and really building my brand and building my craft and getting that foundational work so I can present myself to larger platforms. So, yeah.
Let me tell you, for me, it's the hustle for me. That alone is like the most attractive trait ever. I always tell people, a man with confidence and a man that hustles and a man with a vision is the best man on the planet. And you got all three.
Well, thank you. God bless you.
You got all three. And so we flash forward to years later, and you're very well established. You're somebody that's very well known. Because I remember when I first saw you, and I didn't think about it. I was like, yo, that dude looks familiar. I saw you on Chasing Atlanta. I was like, I've seen him. I've seen him a lot of places. Now my brain was like, click, 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 click. Oh, he was at this event that you was at. And he was at this event you was at. He's like, why didn't I ever speak to him? I should have said something to him. I was like, okay, cool. Well, let me get to know him and see who he is. And so then we reached out. We had a conversation and everything. And I was just like, and I talked to Q. And Q was like, Travis is a great person. He's somebody that you should get to know. And Travis works. And so then I went and redid my research. And I was like, Travis works.
Travis works. It was at a point in time, I want to say I was one of the pioneers of really red carpet hosts, young black gay male pioneers. I agree. At that time, it was honestly maybe a good 2-3 of us. It was me, Diesel, who everybody knows Diesel is, Nicholas, shout out to Nick. It was us two. Y'all, child, my man with that text me. Come on, stop texting. I'll do the interview.
Well, I would definitely say that because, like, down here,
it was literally us two, and we were running to each other like every event, and we was knocking those events out left and right. Absolutely. And you know, it was. I think I honestly want to say we started the whole black gay males hosting red carpet events.
This was up, but the one thing I do like that you kept a good level of professionalism when you were doing your interviews.
Oh yeah,
you got the questions asked and answered that people wanted to know and hear. You know what I mean? You wasn't just giving that, oh yes, the slang and stuff like that, and calling folks all out their name while you give them an interview like some people I've seen do. You were very professional about it. You look good, you talk good, and you gave a great show. Mm-hmm. So shout out to you for that. So we flash forward, we see you doing all these amazing things. And like you said, you hustling, you working, and eyes are on you because people are watching you even when you think people aren't watching you. And that includes potential suitors. Mm-hmm. So if here's some guys see you out and about, they're like, you know, what's going on with you, Travis? Tell me about a situation that you thought was going to be heaven, but turned into hell.
Whew, Jesus, I ain't going to call no names. Did I get in trouble?
You got to call no names. Listen, the alias we're going to get him is Mr. A. How about that?
Okay. I would say this was prior to the Shit We Do for Love, prior to Chasing Atlanta. This was when the Travis Ware show was really hot. Like we was on a whole promotional tour. Revolt TV was really, really interested in the show. We had a 6-week trial run. My first stop was like the real Travis Ware fans, they know. My first stop was actually in Atlanta. We hosted the event at Sweet Auburn Lounge. We had Claudia Jordan there. We had Dr. Heavenly. We had Diamond Crowd Mob. We had an ass of celebrities, like just out just supporting. And that opened up the promotional tour. And we took that to New York, and then we took that to LA, then we took that to Charlotte. Then we had a small, I call it like a walkthrough in Columbia, and we was touring it. And I was still probably a junior, senior in college, and I was still making sure I was attending my classes, but I was still doing tours. You know, this was what I wanted to do. And one particular person that I was getting to know, I felt that he just wanted to talk to me because at that time, my name was really popping. I felt that my name was really popping. And the first time he met me, like, you know, he showed interest. Of course, we linked up and all this stuff. And I remember going on our first date, and he was like, can you connect me with the Brad? I got music going on, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, hell, bitch, what the hell? Like, I just met her. We just met each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I was like, well, I don't feel comfortable, like, connecting. At that time, I didn't really know the game like that. I'm still new. I didn't feel comfortable, you know, giving out people numbers or connecting people like that because I'm like, I'm still trying to build me. Right. I will support you, whatever you do. But as far as me connecting you to somebody on that level, no, ma'am, and no, sir. You know, God bless you with your work and all. I support you. But as far as that, hell no. You know, he respected that. So I was like, okay, well, maybe, you know, maybe he just got a little hype.
Right.
So I was like, okay, well, let me test him out and bring him on the road with me. We're going on the road together, doing all this stuff. And every time we was going out, he run up to the damn celebrities and stuff like that. Hey, I got music. He like passed on to you. You can't do that. Like, this is my name. This is my name at the end of the day. They're not going to remember your name. They're going to remember my name. And anytime something is negative, whether that's somebody I'm talking to or whether it's somebody on my team or anybody that's with me, they're not going to always remember y'all names. They're going to look back and say, Travis, team, Travis.
Travis brought, because it all comes back to you. You're the person, whether anything goes right or wrong, if they are on your team or entourage, it all falls back to you. Nobody knows Nicki Minaj's cousin that came to the movie premiere with her. They don't give a fuck. Well, they don't know Nicki Minaj. And when her cousin acted a fool, it's a reflection on who? Nicki Minaj. I understand exactly where you're coming from. Go ahead.
And, you know, it was like, it came to a point where, like, one of the people ended up hitting me up, and I was like, hey, Travis, I really enjoyed you. I had a good time in your interview, but when it comes, if I interview with you again, can you not have your team, like, right there? You know, and it was like, damn, like, what happened? So when I actually, I'm thinking there's somebody actually in my team. So I'm going off on them and realize it's actually the person I'm talking to. We're not even in a relationship. It's the person I'm talking to. And that was like a red flag for me. And I had to dust my hands off. Like, I can't be with you. You're not ready for this. And at this time, I'm like fresh into it. It wasn't like, I didn't have no real like years deep into it. I was fresh in this.
Let's pause real quick because you said you're not ready for this. And I know exactly what you mean when you say that. What most people don't understand that people like myself and you get to do is we get to go and experience some really amazing stuff. Like going to events for us is work. To them, it's, oh, you can have all this fun, you partying. No, I'm networking, I'm covering. Tomorrow I got a blog, write, produce, edit, get all this up. To them, they just see the glitz and the glamour. They don't see the work behind it. And so when you introduce them to that experience, a lot of them get overwhelmed. They get starstruck. Okay, well, this is my chance to be part of this, be part of this, be part of that. No. This is your chance to be right here on my arm. I brought you as my guest. This is about me. It's not about you. Your perk is getting to come and experience this with me. If I have the opportunity to put you on at some point in time later on down the line when I trust you and our foundation is strong and I know you're not here for clout, then perhaps I'll do that. But from the jump and you getting in front of my business, what I'm trying to accomplish and do, we won't have that.
Okay.
We won't have that. It's a whole different world. And it's, I mean, it really sucks. Like I tell people all the time, clout chasing is a sin and it should be punished accordingly. And so how did you deal with that situation? What was the conversation between you and him to say, okay, this is done?
I'm a straight shooter. You know, I don't try to sugarcoat nothing. I'm a straight shooter. Hey, it's been fun getting to know you. I enjoyed my time with you, but your time is up. Not only have you wasted your time, you wasted my time. And you're not ready to go with me to this level. It's not that I don't like you, I don't support you, or anything like that, but you're not ready to be in this realm yet. So your time is up. I wish you the best, but I'm sorry, it's not going to work out with me because I just didn't feel like you was with me for the right reasons. And they go to that whole little side, oh, I just, all this, okay, bye-bye. To the left. You didn't come here with too much anyway, so your stuff in your Ziploc bag. Come on. All your memories fed in the Ziploc bag. It wasn't that deep for me. Your memories went in the Ziploc bag and it went to the left. God bless you.
Yeah, I want y'all to notice that he said Ziploc bag and not me. I need y'all to notice that he said Ziploc bag, not me, because y'all trying to say I'll be a little petty, and I mean I can't. He said Ziploc bag. I would at least say a healthy bag. He said Ziploc bag. But I digress. So you and him are done. You move forward. So you learn from then and there, like, okay, I gotta be very selective about who I dated, if I even bring them to events with me. Mm-hmm. Because I always tell people, like for myself, when it comes to like taking somebody to an event to me that I'm dating or that I like, I need us to have 5 normal outings before I take you to any event that I'm gonna be working. Mm-hmm. And when I say 5 normal outings, maybe I'm gonna take you to a kickback, maybe I'll take you to a party, we'll go to a nice little restaurant, we'll go for a walk in the park where I know I might see some people that I know and see how we all interact together and stuff like that, so I can get a good idea of how you're gonna be. If you clout chasing with my friends in my inner circle, I know damn well I'm not gonna take you to a red carpet event where I'm gonna see some famous rapper, where I'm gonna see Chloe and Halle Bailey, or I'm gonna be dealing with people from Freeform or ABC or Fox or anything like that. That's not going to happen. And the good thing about this situation is being public figures is we get a level of discernment.
Oh yes.
We step out chasing like it's shit a mile away, and it won't be had. It won't be had. So you learn from that situation. Tell us about a positive situation where you've been dating and the person was maybe supportive, or they even help boost your career. Has there ever been a situation like that for you?
I don't get with anyone to boost myself up. I think
right.
You should be able to.
When I say that, I mean like unwittingly. Like they like, oh wow, you didn't expect it. It was like a pleasant surprise.
Yeah, that's a good question. I think that is a really good question. I would probably say the last person that I was public with, everybody know Leon. We did season 2 of the Shit We Do for Love together. He did not want to be on the show at all when we started dating. He knew what came with me, but as far as doing the show, he didn't want to be no parts of it. And it was to the point, I wouldn't say I was begging, but I was like, you have to do the show. You know,
right?
You have to do it. There's no really no other choice. Like, you have to do it. But he was still kind of hesitant about it. And that was the moment when I realized, okay, I think I may have somebody that is not with me because of who I know and whose I know and who I'm around. And I'm on all these shows. And by that time, season 1 of the Shit We Do for Love had came out. People knew me from that. Chase Atlanta was airing at the time. I went viral off there on the shrimp scene and all the other scenes I went viral on. So that time, it was really popping. And it was a good feeling at that time to know that, wow, I think I finally found somebody that's not with me for those reasons. So that was a good moment. Yeah.
That's really dope. But flash forward, like you and Leon, y'all aren't together anymore. Like, what happened? Y'all seem to be gelling and coalescing. What caused the split?
What I will say, not to give him too much attention on this interview, he is a good person. He was good to me. I was good to him. It was some things that was non-negotiable for me, and it was also things that was non-negotiable for him. It was things that he did that I did not like, and it was things that I did that he did not like. So I can't point the finger and say that it was all him, and I can't point the finger and say it was all me. We both had our own share of what didn't work, and we came to a place where it was really no turning back. And to be completely honest, I didn't think I was going to even share this part, but I really had kind of, when I knew, I have a discernment level. My problem is, even with my discernment level, I also have a caring heart, and I also like, what if? From the jump, when you get into a relationship or you start dating somebody, how far it's going to get. I don't care what nobody say. You can say, oh, we're just going to be friends, or we're going to be, we're going to just date for a little bit, or we're just going to be messing around for a little bit, or this is somebody I see myself with being forever, or this is somebody I see myself with being temporary. Those things. Right. I knew that going into the relationship with Leon, I knew how far it was going to get. I knew those things. But I was like, no, Travis, he's seeing a little bit different. He's seeing a little bit different. Let me just, what if? Even though my discernment level was telling me, Travis, it's not going to work out in the end. My discernment level told me that the entire time. But I went against that. And I was like, okay, well, let me go ahead and let me just forget about what my mind is telling me, because I don't know if this is my heart talking to me or my brain talking to me. Let me just forget about that part and let me just enjoy the ride. And the ride was good. But when it got bad, it got bad. And when it went left, it went left. And then also, when I think what hypes up anything, you have to have a solid foundation and a solid core between you guys before the public is in the midst of it. Because that can play a role into it. It didn't play a role as deep as it could with me and Leon. Like, the stuff people saying about us, we didn't give a damn. When people talking about, oh, Travis bring him, y'all know good and damn well, I'm not with no damn body, honey. I got money, but I ain't about to waste some money on no damn man who
right, because that's what they were trying to say on the show.
Fucking sense, So we wasn't worried about that, but being on such a public platform, and by you being one of the more popular people on the show, it is going to be a lot of attention on the both of you, and it's just going to be a lot. And I think that played a small role into us. And then some of his doing and some of my doing played a role. And then when you have all this stuff mixed up in that blender, and you're not really working now, you're not really talking now, and it's continuing to happen, before you know, it's going to overflow and overfill. And when it overflows and overfills, it's going to start spilling. And when it spills, you're not going to have enough paper towels to wipe it up. And we didn't have enough paper towels or the tools to wipe up and clean it up and move forward. And, it is what it is. I didn't go public with, we had agreed that we weren't going to go public at all. We was just going to wait till the show come out. But when I finally mentioned it, or when I posted the guy that I'm dating now, that was my first time, like, pretty much just telling people, hey, me and Leon are together. They was trying to figure out, is that Leon? Is that not Leon? Because I had covered his face up, and they noticed that he had dreads, and they were around the same tone. So they were like, is that Leon? Is that Leon?
You got a type. So you have a type.
I don't think, my friends say I have a type. I didn't think I had a type, but I guess I did. But, people just kept trying to figure out, is that him? Is that him? Is that him? And it was to the point where I'm like, okay, why am I hiding him? Me and Leon, we haven't been together for months. People didn't know that. We just let it be what it was. And I was like, I'm happy with the person I'm in now. I'm happy with the person I'm with now. And I had to go through all the stuff I went through, even post after Leon. Like, people don't know I went through that whole mental health episode. I really, really went through it. And I had to really get away from.
Wait a minute. So you just said you had to go. You went through a mental health situation. Mm-hmm. Did you go and get counseling for said mental health situation?
I did.
Okay.
It was a tough
said situation. Are you still in counseling?
Not as often, not as heavy as I was, but now it's like when needed. But during that time, I'm like, me and Leon had stopped talking. I'm going through that. I'm going through family situations. And I'm like, who can I turn to? People are so used to seeing me being happy and smiling and laughing and doing all these things and being the strong person and being the opinionated person. But people don't realize, as soon as those cameras and lights are going off, and as soon as I get home and I'm in my closed corners, when I'm not on the phone with him, when I'm not talking to my friends, when I'm not around anybody, I'm in my room crying. I was really going through it really bad. And I'm like, I don't have an outlet where I can go to. Who do you trust to have these conversations with? You know what I'm saying?
It's like I tell people all the time, when you're the strong person, you're kind of like the glue. And who glues the glue together when the glue is starting to fall apart? That's one thing about being a public figure is, if you do fall apart, you have to be careful who you fall apart in front of and who you relay your vulnerability to. Because a lot of times people want what you have, and they'll try to use that against you in a moment of weakness. So it's kind of like, you have a double mind. Like, I know I'm not doing well. I know I need to talk to somebody, but I can't talk to A through Y, but I can talk to Z. So hopefully when Z get off, I can have a conversation with Z and I can pour this out on Z and we can work through this together. And that's really tricky. And you really want your Z to be your significant other. So it's almost like a bit of a spousal privilege that y'all might have with each other. But when that's contaminated and that's not working and that's falling apart, it just exasperates the situation.
And at that moment, when I was going through that, I was like, really like saying, Leah, I need you. Like, in my mind, in that moment, in that particular moment, I'm like, you're not being emotionally supportive for me. You're doing everything else right, but you're not being emotionally supportive for me in this moment. And going through that process and not coming out of, I'm like, I didn't need him to be emotionally supportive for me. I needed to go through that. I couldn't depend on somebody else. Like, I had to one, acknowledge, hey, Travis, you have a problem. Hey, Travis, you need to talk this out to
Yep.
somebody. Hey, Travis, you need to stop hiding these and stop living in this mask of a world like nothing's going on. Like, you need to talk to somebody about that. So I was dependent on somebody that I knew that couldn't fix that. The only person that could fix that was me. And once we stopped talking and family issues going on, I had to literally look in my mirror, crying, bawling, snot, nose, everything. I'm like, Travis, we have a problem. Travis, we need to talk to somebody. Travis, we have some stuff from years ago that we need to get through.
You did that, though. You went and you talked to somebody.
Yeah, I put in the work. I put in the work. I put in the work. I don't care. I put in the work. And it was not easy.
If nobody needs to have their mental health together, public figures definitely need to.
Oh, yeah.
You have to have the mental fortitude to be dealing with people in such an intimate space. Like, people don't understand when you're interviewing somebody, and that's just you professionally, your energy is being shared with theirs. This is an experience that you have. Even right now, us interchanging energy. Because one is trying not to pull the other. We're trying to give both perspectives. One is trying to guide, and one is trying to offer their perspective. And the thing about it is, I always tell people, it's almost a bit of a clash of wills sometimes, especially when one person completely disagrees with how the other person is doing something. And, I always think back to an old parable. This is for you to bend the will of others, your own will has to be steadfast and unmovable, or to corrupt you. And so that's why I feel like you have to take control of the situation. But kudos to you for actually stopping and saying, let me get some help for this situation. Healing, and then knowing that the heart grows and it knows that you can learn to love again. And so now you're dating somebody different. How did you meet him?
And I'm going to get to that part. So going through that, talking to the people I need to talk to, and still trying to be me, I realized, Travis, you have to lose weight mentally and you have to lose weight physically. I had to lose weight physically because I had to clear my mind and just lose some people that wasn't good for me. Oftentimes we try to hold on to people that we know good damn well it's not good for us. We just want them in our life because of what? They could go out to tip the people I'm with. Say it again.
What does your weight have to do with that, though?
No, I'm gonna get to that. Mentally part, I had to go lose that. Like, I had to lose people. I had to lose friendships. I had to lose family-ships, situationships. I had to lose all that stuff because it wasn't good for me. And I had to let that go. And then I also had to, my weight was, even though I always proclaim, oh, Travis representing the big and tall section, anybody that know me personally know that came out of pain when I said that, because it was a particular time where I was at my biggest ever. And, I was always like, okay, what can I do for people to stay off of me about my weight? I'm on TV. I know people are going to be talking about my weight. So I did against me. I was cracking jokes on myself about my weight. I was talking about food left and right, So I'm like, let me crack jokes on myself so people won't even focus on that. So they just think it's comedy part. Now I realize this is a mechanism for me. I'm using this trying to, cover up. And, that's the part when I went through that whole mental episode. I'm like, Charles, we had to get ourselves together. We say we want to be here forever. We want to do all these great things on this stuff. You have to really put yourself first again because you're putting everybody else first. So I decided to go on that whole weight loss journey. It wasn't because I was with Leon. It wasn't because I was on anybody's show. It wasn't because my mama told me, my daddy told me, any family or friends or loved ones. It's because me, Travis, wanted to lose the weight. And I started that journey in April. And as of today, we're down 73 pounds. I just checked this morning. So it was a process. And, I feel I just posted this the other day. I haven't been at this level of peace in my entire life. And it's such a great feeling when you're at this level of peace. It's such a great level.
Like, you don't want anybody to come along and disturb it. That piece is addictive.
It is. It is.
Also, a lot of people don't know just how hard it is to lose weight. Like, a lot of people all you got to do is not eat this or just go to the gym and do this. The amount of willpower, time, and wear and tear that takes on your body is enormous. Mm-hmm. And it's not something that's very easy for anybody to do. I mean, me personally, I advocate for people being whatever size they want to be at and finding peace and happiness in that. But for some people, they feel like they want to lose weight. And let me tell you something, that's okay too. Body positivity is for all bodies, not just for the big boys or the big girls. Mm-hmm. It's for all bodies. We have to accept that. Shout out to you for doing something that you wanted to do that you felt would be great for yourself. And obviously it was, because it put you in a much better headspace.
Mm-hmm. It really did. And people ask me all the time, how did you lose weight? It really started with your mind. And once I got past that place, and I started putting in the work and focus on me, I know where the fun, honey. And when I say fun, I mean fun. Gentleman. I ain't gonna say this man, a gentleman, legit gentleman. came out of nowhere, and it like literally lined up piece by piece by piece by piece, because I'm like, okay, I've got over Leon. I want to step back out there. When it happens, it happens. And, you know, one thing I prayed, which I messed up in the past, certain prayers, you know, a lot of people say, oh, God bless me with a man. God bless me with a man. Bless me with a man. Then you get a man, and then you realize it's not the right man. And you're like, well, God damn, I asked you to bless me with a man. Who you
didn't specify.
And God was like, I gave you what you asked for. You said a man. You didn't say what type of man. You said you wanted a man. So I gave you a man that's going to cheat on you. I'm going to give you a man that's not going to like you like that. I'm going to give you a man that do you wrong. But my prayer this time around was like, God, bless me with somebody that's supposed to be with me. God, I want to be able to laugh at this person. I want a good man. I want a faithful man. I want a loyal man. I want somebody to communicate. I want somebody that got their own. I want these things, guys. So when you bless me with somebody else and you present me with somebody else, I want to look at that person and say, this is what I prayed for. And out of nowhere, this... You know, he just popped up out of nowhere, you know. He popped up out of nowhere. And it was so crazy because we did not, that first 30 days, we did not meet in person at all. We was texting, FaceTime every single day, talking on the phone. I was like, you know, he had some bad... Say it again. No, it was on Facebook.
On Facebook.
Well, social media, it was Facebook. It wasn't on no damn... It wasn't, I ain't never dated somebody off of one of those apps. I've met people off those apps. But as far as like dating, I met Leon off of Facebook, and I met the guy that I'm talking to now off of Facebook. And it was just so organic with him. And it was just like, it still blows me sometimes that how it happened, and how we clicked and how we vibed so quick, because it wasn't forced. It was just, we vibed. And, you know, I'm like, I told him, he knew I was going to chase him and all that stuff, but I'm like, this is what comes with me. You know, I'm a single parent of one dog named Aretha. I'm on all these shows. Can you handle this?
Right.
Are you okay with this? Can you handle X, Y, and Z, X, Y, and Z?
It's a lot that comes with being Travis Ware.
You know, and it was, he handled it. Like, I didn't really have to, like, tell him, okay, when we go here, you need to act like this or do like, he handled it. And the first time people saw us, so one of my good friends, Malcolm, which one of my best friends, Malcolm. Everybody know Malcolm. And keep on, they actually got an opportunity to meet him. They're the only two out of all my friends. Yeah, the only two out of all my friends that actually got to meet him. They got to vibe with him. They like him. And then our first, I guess you can say, outing when people, by this time, people knew, okay, Travis is a new guy. People still trying to figure out his name. I'm not going to tell his name yet. Out of respect out the show. But
wait a minute. You said you're not gonna tell his name, but you respect the show, so he's going to be on the Shit We Do for Love.
Mm-hmm. That's what it's cool. I just gave you some exclusive. I'll give you everything.
Thank you.
You know, but he is going to do the show with me. I'm excited. People first time seeing us out together was Pride Weekend at the park. You know, so a lot of people like, who's that? Who is that? Who is that? Who is that? Who is that? And you know, that was our first outing. And he, you know, when people come to me, he just took like the back road and back burner. Like, it was to the point I was like, hey, come here. Like, you know, I want you to meet X, Y, and Z. He wasn't trying to be a part of it. He didn't really give a hot damn. He doesn't treat me any different because I'm on the show or anything like that. He barely don't watch the shows I'm on. He just know I'm on them. And it's a good feeling to have somebody that I can just vibe with. Like, we don't always take each other serious. We joke, we play. He pranked my ass yesterday, and I'm still low-key upset with him. While I was at work, he pranked me. And, you know, I got his ass coming back, so I hope he's watching. But he did prank me yesterday. I was very upset. And, you know, but I'm still low-key upset, to be honest. But, you know, it's fun. And if I can be honest, you know, I'm going to be Travis. You know, I ain't never been comfortable to use number 2 in front. If I'm that comfortable to use number 2, whether we on FaceTime or in person around you, you it.
I can't foresee myself ever being. That's just me.
It's a whole. When you get to that,
no.
Yes. When you get to that place where you don't give a fuck about like trying to hide and try to pretend and try to mask up stuff like that, like every time I'm on FaceTime, he's like, "You in the toilet?" I am.
Well, how long has this been now?
Well, you know, keep staying tuned, honey. I can't tell you everything.
Okay. Because I'm like, wait a minute, how long has it been?
What I will say, we've known each other for some time.
Okay. I'll accept that. So let's do this. Let's set some ground rules to what, if you could pick 3 ground rules that it takes to dating a public figure, what would they be and why?
Being considerate. a level of trust. Oh, this hard. Loyalty.
All right. So being considerate. Explain.
So being considerate, like by us having these large platforms and by people knowing us, understand, there's gonna be times where we go out and people gonna come up, and it has happened so many times since we've been going out and hanging out and doing stuff like that. People are gonna constantly keep coming to me. Oh, Travis, you're Travis, you're Travis, you're Travis, you're Travis. And even though that's his one-on-one time, I would like, can you handle this? And he shows himself that he can handle. He doesn't get offended by it or anything. And it could be just us hanging out and somebody come at me, hey Travis, blah 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 blah, and he's fine with it. So being considerate that, hey, yes, it's me and your time, but at the end of the day, anytime we step out of each other's homes, it's going to be an opportunity, or that may be a chance that somebody may come up to me and recognize me, and I have to give them what they need in that particular moment, because they may not get that opportunity to meet me again.
Yeah.
So that's why I say be considerate of that, and that's just not on my end.
Right.
The public figure also has, and I don't want to keep calling myself public figure, but I get it. The public figure also has to be considerate of the person they're dating.
That's right.
It is moments like I have to, when we hanging out, I can't be on my phone. I can't be talking to everybody all the damn time. I need to be focused on him. I need to be catering to him. I need to be making sure he's all right. I need to be making sure he's pleased. I need to make sure he's satisfied and happy. Because at the end of the day, when we get out that public world and we come back into our own quarters, it's just me and you. It's me and you at the end of the day. So I gotta make sure that I'm being considerate of his needs as well. And especially when you deal with somebody who I deal with, I'm not gonna tell where he work at, but he is a correctional officer too. So there is a lot of time that he puts in while he at work. So I have to be considerate. He may not have a good day while he at work. He may call me and may need to vent. I need to make sure I'm available. I don't give a damn what I'm doing. If he call me right now, I'm getting out this damn interview because I need to make sure that I'm being considerate for him. That's just me.
Then I'm gonna have to win me a fight you just like this.
But I have to be considerate of that. So you have to be considerate on both sides, and never try to deem somebody light or dim somebody light just because they're not doing what you're doing. You both equal in this particular situation. So that's awesome. Being considerate.
The next ground rule you laid was a level of trust.
A level of trust. People are going to be on live and say crazy stuff to you. Oh, Travis, you're so sexy. Oh, you're so beautiful. They may try to flirt. Thank you. And that's it. But being trusting me enough, knowing that I'm not going to do anything that's going to be distasteful to you, or anything that's going to make you look bad or us look bad, or for you to break your trust to think I'm doing something with them. And also on his end, he is a very attractive guy. And, I've dated a lot of attractive guys. And in the past, I would say it was insecurity. I'm not going to try to front. It was an insecurity of mine because by me dating somebody attractive, I know I was attractive. But when you also date somebody attractive, it is going to be people that want to holler at them, they're going to try to flirt with them and try to do all that stuff. And they're going to like a picture, and they're going to comment on something. They're going to put a bunch of hearts, and they may like the comment or something like that. But you're like, hold up, wait a minute, bitch. What the fuck y'all got going on? No, this bitch live all the way in Zimbabwe over there, and I am all the way down in the United States of America. And that was an insecurity for me. Honestly, that was an insecurity that I had with Leon. If you want to be completely honest, that was insecurity I had with him. People were trying to get at him all the damn time. They knew me and him damn talking at the damn time, but they still would try it. Even though I know that he wouldn't dare do that, and that's one thing I never had to worry about him when it came to that. But that was an insecurity of mine, and that's something I had to work with because that could easily have tampered our damn relationship. And now that I'm also talking to somebody now that's very attractive, and I know people are trying to holler at him all the damn time, I just have to I trust you enough to know that you're not going to do no fucked up shit. I trust you enough that I know even if I'm not around somebody trying to holler at you, I know you're going to handle yourself well. I trust you. You know what I'm saying? So we have that level of trust, and we communicate. Our communication level is A1. It is A1. If it's a little slight little thing that is probably off, he corrects it, or I correct it.
And your last ground rule was loyalty.
Loyalty. I think that ties into everything. I need you to be loyal. If you want to date me and you say you want to date me and you want to be with me and I want to be with you and stuff, you got to show some type of loyalty because, at the end of the day, there's so many people that want to date me and so many people that want to date you and all this stuff. But if you don't have loyalty with your partner, then what do you have? You know, I think loyalty is like, it really is like communication is my foundation, but loyalty is also there. I need to know that
Let me tell you,
that you're going to have my back and you're going to protect me like I'm going to protect you, and I'm going to hold you down. And, you know, when the wheels fall off, bitch, I don't want you to leave. Let's go to that damn Pep Boys or go to the Jiffy Lube and find some more damn tires and put them back on.
I agree.
That's the type of bitch I am. You know what I'm saying?
No, I'm with you.
I ain't going to ride with you till the wheels fall off. When the wheels fall off, we better go down to that nearest tire shop. Or we're going to the Mexicans that sell $25 used tires. We're going to put on some tires until we get some more damn tires that's going to be good. But, bitch, I'm not going to leave you when the wheels fall off, bitch, because I got some more turn I need to do with your ass.
No, I agree with you. Let me tell you, I tell people all the time that loyalty is the currency of life, and your payment is due every single day. And, like, for me, I always tell people another form of loyalty is having my back even when I'm not in the room. Me being able to trust that no matter where I'm at, you are holding me down. I don't have an inkling of a doubt about that. Because if I have to doubt that when I turn my back, you're talking shit about me and talking mess about me, or you're going to backstab me, it can't be anything between us.
It can't.
Because for somebody like me, I prize loyalty over love. Because the thing about it is, somebody who loves you can be disloyal. But somebody who is loyal to you, even if they don't like you, even if they hate you, you can trust they're not going to stab you in the back.
That's true.
It can be a blind loyalty. It can be a toxic loyalty. But they stuck right there in your favor, in your service. Blast said it best, loyalty over love. It's overrated. I'm with it. I'm completely with it. I definitely, you definitely give me some gems tonight, Mr. Travis Ware.
And then one thing, I'm not going to lie, I went into, I want to say his name so bad, but I can't say it. But I went into, like, when we started dating, I went into the situation with some insecurities. To be completely honest, I'm like, because when I come to something I was kind of used to and coming to a situation where it's kind of opposite of it, he was like, why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? Why are you acting like that? Why are you doing that? All this stuff. And I had to say I had to build some type of trust with you before I could really give you my all, because if I don't trust your ass, ain't gonna be nothing. And that trust came very, very smooth and organic. It wasn't like forced or anything, and and that it boils down back to communication. Like, I know his almost every damn move. We communicate where we at. He got my location, so he know I'm at 24/7. I know he at 24/7. We communicate. Like, I don't need to communicate and say, "Hey, I'm going to the mailbox," but we know each other's locations and we know where each other are at all times. And that's one thing I appreciate, that we don't hide. We haven't hide anything from each other.
Well, you right now, it's the honeymoon phase. So are you prepared for when the sea might become a little rougher?
See, this is the thing. I feel like in any situationship, anybody I date, anybody I'm in a relationship with, it's always been the entire time honeymoon for me. It wasn't never a moment like we get out of honeymoon or things like that, because I believe in the same way that you got them, you need to keep them that way.
I agree.
I've never been the type person just because we're dating at the beginning, I'm going to do all this stuff, and then 6 months into it, we stop. No, I'm going to continue to do the things I did when I first got you or when I first started dating you, because if I don't, then I'm going to leave or you're going to leave, and this is not going to work. So for me, and I get what a honeymoon stage is, but for me personally, the type of person that I have, honeymoon is like throughout. You want to enjoy the person that you're with. Have fun with the person that you're with.
Somebody, Dorney asked, have you dated a straight man? He wouldn't date a straight man because a straight man wouldn't be with a gay man. Like, let me tell you something. I want people to normalize not calling straight men who date and sleep with gay men straight. They at the very least bi-curious, bisexual, or gay themselves. At the very least. Let's just normalize that, like, for real.
So do you consider a straight man that has an experience with a male gay?
Like one time?
As an experience?
No. He was,
okay.
No, I don't, he had an experience. No, if it's more than once, he's bi-curious. If it's on a regular basis, you can throw that bi label on it. If it's exclusively men, it's gay.
But to answer that question, I never personally dated anybody that's straight. If you straight out there, you're not for me. Have I messed around or had like a little fling with the straight person? You damn right. I want to test the damn waters out. I knew the people were married and all the type of shit. I was a hoe back in the day. I'm sanctified now, but back in the day, I wanted to test the damn waters. As soon as I got out of my parents' nest, and now let me test the waters. Let me see what it is. So yes, I've had somebody that's been curious. I've helped somebody explore their sexuality before. I've done those things. Because I wanted to make sure. what my sexuality is. You know, so let me test the waters and find out what do I like and what I don't like.
You don't know what you like until you try to see what you like and don't like. And that's just the reality of the situation, y'all. And that's the thing about sexuality. It's a spectrum. It's very fluid. Everybody is somewhere on this scale of here or here in all these different forms in between. So tonight, y'all, from one-on-one, what you have learned from romancing a public figure is you need to be considerate. You need to have a level of choice, and you need to be loyal. You also need to understand that when they're going to an event, your perk is that you get to come to the event and experience a bit of what they're experiencing. You're not there to sell yourself. You're there to be on the arm and let them work. You know what I mean? Stay in your lane, know where you're coming from, know what you're going through, and perhaps, maybe, or if that's something you want to do somewhere way down the line, once I trust you and I know we got something going on, I might can put you on. But don't come in there with any expectations of what you feel like my platform is going to give you. Mm-hmm. Let's be clear about that. Because understand this, dating a public figure means you're dating an extraordinary person that has put themselves in the spotlight. It's already hot enough for them, but can you really handle it too? You're either a man or you're going to be wax. You can't be both.
That's true. Mm-hmm. And also the person I'm dating, he didn't want any part of canceling me. And the only reason why he's doing the show, he's like, whatever makes you happy.
Wait a minute. Liquid Metal Ross says, oh, wow, this topic applies to me. Right now, if romancing a public figure, I am being loyal, but bro, it's tripping.
Okay. In response to that, it is going to be time, and that's why I say it takes a strong person to date a public figure, and it also takes a stronger person to date Travis Ware. And the reason why I say it takes a stronger person to date Travis Ware is because I am a lot. People think I'm a lot on these screens and in person and all this stuff. Y'all only see a small glimpse of what it is compared to dating me. Like, can you handle my mouth? Can I handle your mouth? Because the person I'm talking to, he on my level when it comes to being shady and the smart ass Baptist. Sometimes I'm like, all right,
you got to, because your mouth is quick, so they got to be just as quick.
You know, he is. I got his name on my nail. Oh yeah, let me show. Okay, so my nail tech. She did a thing today. So my name. This is my name on my neck on this one, and then on the other one has his name. I'll let her do what she wanted to do. She came up with this idea. I thought it was very cute.
Got you sprung. SPRUNG! Exclamation point.
Okay, another thing, like it's not even if you can fuck my mind over. Just imagine when we do it, honey. Okay, and that's what I would say. Anybody that can fuck my mind over before we even do anything, that's a powerful person.
So y'all haven't consummated the relationship yet?
That's where you go bend over, honey. I ain't gonna tell you everything now. You just gotta stay tuned. But what I will say is we, are in a great place.
Well, how about this? When you do allow him to make his debut, I do hope you'll come back on one-on-one so we can talk to him on his side about what it's like dating a public figure and what he's learned from this journey with you, okay? One thing I do Travis Ware is to thank you so much for coming on my platform and sharing your experience with me. And just let me know that I ain't crazy for the way I move with the people that I date, because you just fortified a lot of stuff that I do. And I said, okay, well, I am doing this right. So thank you so much. You're an extraordinary person.
Now, I got to throw my plugs in now, too. You ain't going to have me get out this damn guac show without putting my plugs in.
Plug. Go right ahead. Because you guys,
make sure you guys tune into the boys' room tomorrow, Thursday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, honey. We be a couple minutes late, but and then I gotta do my little saying too. Whatever I go on my interview. First of all, thank you, finally, Mikey, for opening up the goddamn platform because it took your ass. I didn't know if I had to be on 30 more shows. Had everybody they man me on the damn show. You ain't never asked me to do anything, and then I finally do another show. Now you going to me off the shot.
Yeah.
And y'all, I am going live off of this too. I'm burning some. I gotta make my money on bad shit. But anyways, what's up, you guys? It is the one, the only, represent the biggest hall section all across the world. It is Travis Ware. Guess what? We just all dated one-on-one with Mikey, honey. Romance a public figure. That's me, honey. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, all of the things on his YouTube channel. Make sure you follow me on all social medias. Travis Ware, Travis_Well on Twitter, Travis D Well on here on Instagram, honey. And then you can also catch me in the church house every Sunday paying my tithes. God bless you.
Thank you, Travis. You have a good night.
Thank you.
Peace. Tell that boy yours I say hello.
I don't know how to hang up. I forgot.
Bye.
How you hang up?
I think it's a little X in your corner, Travis, that you click in the upper right-hand corner.
Oh, shit, this at the this at the upper room. All right, y'all. Love y'all. Come on to my page. We about to talk and have some fun. Bye.
Bye. All right, y'all. Listen, that was an amazing one-on-one with Mr. Travis Ware. Y'all, thank you so much for tuning in tonight. Next week, y'all, I have two amazing ladies coming through. I got Miss Toni Bryce and I got Miss Ebony Chanel. Toni Bryce is a trans advocate and a trans actress, and she's going to be talking to y'all about the role of trans women in media. And Ebony Chanel is going to be talking to you about an experience that we definitely need to get into. Melanated 101, the dark-skinned Black woman, okay? So y'all stay tuned. I'm getting deep into this thing. It's 101. Remember, as always, to live, love, learn, tune in, subscribe to my YouTube channel. I will see y'all again on Monday with Toni Bryce. Trans women in media 101. All right, get into it. I love y'all. Thank you for watching.